Charlie Morgan and Leevi Eerola are telling you to build a lead generation agency, not a SMMA. Iman Gadzhi and Matt Shields are telling you to build a SMMA, not a LGA. And some folks are telling you to build an AI automation agency over everything else. All these businesses are actually pretty good. You can quickly reach between $2K to $20K per month in less than 2 months if you put the work in. But for some reasons, most of you guys will never go above that and you will be stuck like a little bit. Whatever business you picked, LGA, SMMA, or AI automation agency, I will give you one chance to make in your business that will 10x your results. By the way guys, my name is Arnaud Bellinga. I'm the co-founder and CEO at Breakcold, a sales CRM for agencies. Most of my customers are making between 5K per month up to a couple of $1 million per year. I teach you guys how to generate leads and how to close deals. So like and subscribe to that YouTube channel for more content like this. Alright, so why most SMMAs and other trendy agency types are hard to scale? The main reason is the following. Most businesses don't know how to close deals. Let me repeat because it's super important. Most businesses don't know how to close deals. If you're running an SMMA, LGA, or AI automation agency, your job most of the time is to generate leads for your customers, but it often implies a huge churn, aka churn rate, which is basically the numbers of customers leaving your service over a certain period of time. Sometimes your customers don't know how to turn the leads into closed deals. They just suck at it, or they'll tell you that your leads suck. And this could be super problematic because in the end, your business will struggle to grow. For example, let's say you're little G and in your first months doing a cold emailing agency, you go from 0 to $10K per month with 5 customers that you charge at $2K per month. You did everything great, you logged them with a mandatory 2 months retainer, and bam, after 2 months, some people start churning because they say that your leads suck and they struggle to get conversions out of it. And there you have it guys, why so few agency founders are making above $1 million per year, and why most of the guys stuck at $20K or $40K per month just stabilize the agency and then sell courses, create masterminds and shit. But don't cry guys, because when most people see a flow with this kind of agency offers, where they try to sell you dropshipping courses or get rich quick scams, we here smell a f***ing good opportunity. As they say, one person's loss is another person's gain here. That's the mindset here. Alright, so now let's solve your SMMA, LGA, or AI automation agency churn problem. To fix churn, you need to integrate in your pricing a part where you teach your customers how to stay top of mind and close deals. Basically, helping them turn leads into cash. If you want to fix churn and add more revenues in the process, you can upsell them for X dollar per month done with you closing system. You have multiple options to carry on these offers in a done for you form or in a done with you form. Done with you is the best option here in my opinion because it's very time consuming to close deals on behalf of your clients, so it will reduce your agency margins. Congratulations, you now have an agency that can grow steadily. But I'm sure it's still pretty obscure for you to put such system in place. So I will give you a free actionable example on how you can implement the CDA, the closing deals agency model inside an LGA, a SMMA, and an AI automation agency. So when it comes to LGAs that guys like Charlie Morgan promote, these are mostly cold emailing at scale agencies. The concept is very simple. You get a client, you set up about 10 email domains with 2 email addresses per domain. Then you find leads using Apollo, Find Email, or another email finder. Then you enrich these contacts with cool info using Clay. And finally, you send 500 cold emails per day using Instantly or Smartlead. Once you have positive replies, you reply to the email and try to get a call for your client, who will receive a satisfying Slack notification when you do so. That's basically LGA in 30 seconds and where most people stop. But you're not like other people because you're watching this video, right? So what you're gonna do next is to teach your customers how to turn leads into cash. For that, they'll need a sales CRM. So here we're gonna use Breakcold because I don't care to do shameless plugs. So go try Breakcold at breakcold.com, 40-day free trial. All right, guys. So right now we are inside Smartlead, which is one of the most popular tools to send cold emails at scale along with Instantly. So most LGAs, lead generation agencies, are using this software. And so your goal here is not only to get qualified meetings for your customers, but you also want to help them to build a closing machine. And so for that, you're going to use a sales CRM. And obviously in this video is going to be mine because it's a shameless plug. So go try Breakcold at breakcold.com. But essentially here I have linked Instantly to Breakcold CRM with a webhook, but you can do it with Xavier and all the tools. So what's going to happen is that if we go to Breakcold, I have this list here called positive replies from cold emailing. And you see that the last lead that has been added to this list is Stefan. But here we are inside the master inbox of Instantly. I just replied to that lead and said, basically sent him the demo video because it is interested in our offer. You can imagine it's the same for your lead generation agency customer. You get a reply that they are interested in their offer, and then you pretty much book a meeting for them. So what you're going to do is that with just one click, you're going to mark this lead as interested. And now if we go back to Breakcold, you're going to see that above Stefan, in a couple of seconds, we have a new lead. Now Aaron is inside the software. So that is the first step that you need absolutely to do if you're using Instantly or Smartlead in your LGA, is to link it to a sales CRM so that automatically when you mark the lead as interested, they're going to go directly in the sales pipeline with a specific sales pipeline stage. And from there, you're going to have a whole new job to teach your customers, and we're going to see it now how it works. All right, so one thing that you will quickly realize is that when you push leads from Smartlead or Instantly or any other sales automation tools inside Breakcold, you will notice that all the leads, they have a LinkedIn URL. This is because you have a lead generation agency, and so you operate inside the world of B2B sales. And this is going to be super interesting because with the LinkedIn URL of your prospect, we're going to be able inside the sales CRM, inside Breakcold, to aggregate all the LinkedIn posts. So you're going to be able to stay top of mind and engage with them to close deals faster. So let me show you how that works in a concrete way. So here we have like some leads, like I showed you before, that are coming from Smartlead. So we have Mark here. And so Mark was at the discovery call stage and obviously replied. Then I added in on LinkedIn. And so what you can teach to your customers and to yourself to maximize the results they have with your lead generation agency is how they can close customers faster. So one way to do it is to leverage LinkedIn. And so when your customer has a new lead coming from a Smartlead or Instantly, you're going to push them inside the list, inside the CRM, and you're going to tell the prospect to go to the LinkedIn profile of the person and to add them on LinkedIn by sending a message that they got in touch via email. And so what's going to happen is that naturally the prospect will reply to your customer. And so if I go to Mark's profile here, you can see that we had a LinkedIn conversation together. So inside the CRM, I can aggregate all the LinkedIn posts of my prospect. We're going to talk about it and how it is useful in a couple of seconds, but also it automatically aggregates email conversation and LinkedIn conversation. So I'm going to go to my conversation with Mark here. You can see that I did exactly that. I say, oh, so you tried Breakcold, which was coming from a reply to a cold email. And you say, yeah, loving it so far. Great integration. Thank you. And so then I sent a message. And so what you can teach to your customers, in a sense, is that depending, obviously, of the product or service, is to build really strong follow-up process. And so whether it's via email or through LinkedIn, we have a couple of ways in how we can do it. So the first way is that every single time when you reply to a prospect, what you can do is to engage with the LinkedIn post. Why? Because it will avoid you to be ghosted. It will boost your reply rate, especially when it comes to follow-up. Because people, for some psychological reason, they care about you more if you engage with this stuff. It's just an ego boost.
And so it's something that I strongly recommend you to do before sending a follow-up or before replying to an email or after that, so that you stay top of mind, because it's the prospect essentially will have a double notification. And so it's a very cool thing to do. And so the second thing is to be super structured when it comes to your follow-up. So you see here from my centralized LinkedIn and email inbox, I can manage when my customer is in the sales pipeline stage. And so I'm going to click on task here and say, okay, let's create a task called follow-up. You can also automate that through Zapier and all the softwares. And so I'm going to say, okay, this follow-up is for next week, and we're going to click on add reminder. And so now what's going to happen is that when I go to my task, you can see I have a new task with Mark here to follow up, and with just one button on the link button here, I will be taken back to the LinkedIn conversation, and straight away I can just see what happened in the past. I can populate the feed so that I will engage with my prospects. And so by doing that, it sounds very simple, but because you do these extra steps that are not possible with data aggregation, you're going to become the most likable service provider, because between one guy who has the same offer as you, the same pricing, you're going to stand out, and it works for you, but it also works for your customers. And that's probably why they're not closing deals enough with the leads that you're bringing to them. It's because the leads you're bringing to them, they are of poor quality. That could be a problem, but most of the time you're pretty good if you have a lead generation agency. So this is not the problem. The problem is that they don't know how to close a deal. And for that, you need to teach them on how to build a strong follow-up process. And so for that, you can use a CRM, and how to engage with the stuff, especially on LinkedIn, because it's B2B, so that they will stay top of mind. Second and final strategy around that for lead generation agencies is that you can obviously engage with all the leads at once. So what I'm saying by that is that we have this section inside the software called engagement, where essentially your goal is pretty simple. You can teach your customers to do that. So every single day, you tell them to go to this section, and for 20 minutes straight, you tell them to engage with every content they see about the prospects. Because what you see right now is not the LinkedIn feed. It's created LinkedIn feed that can be filtered to just see your signups, to just see your positive replies from cold emailing, etc., etc. And so you can say, okay, you tell your customers, so 20 minutes a day, they go to the positive replies of cold emailing that comes from your lead generation agency, and they're gonna engage with all the LinkedIn posts to stay top of mind, and again to avoid no-shows, etc. And so this is something that you can do yourself for them. So it's a done for you offer, or you can do that as a done with you offer. So you do that on their behalf. So that's pretty much about it. And on the final note for this section, you can also filter this depending on which sales pipeline stage your leads are. So really helpful. For example, you can say, okay, for 10 minutes, I'm just going to focus on my warm leads. And then you just engage for 10 minutes like a madman with all the LinkedIn posts of your leads. And so by doing that, it's just another way to avoid no-shows, to become the most likable service provider, which ultimately will accelerate the sales cycle. So your customers will have faster results, which ultimately will boost your agency, because they're going to say, okay, this guy is giving me leads, and these leads, they work because I'm closing deals with them. So that's pretty much how you can implement the closing deals agency model inside LGA.
All right, now let's talk about an example of CDA for SMMAs. Lead generation agencies or business consulting is not only about B2B sales. You also have the OG agencies doing Facebook ads for doctors, realtors, plumbers, med spas, and many other stuffs. In this space, agency owners also suffered from high churn or got complaints because their customers said that the leads sucked and they were not closing anything. As usual, the problem was not the leads. The problem was that the clients sucked at closing them. So what smart Facebook ads lead generation agencies did: 1. They taught customers how to close deals with clear SOPs. 2. They forced the customers to join a community with all the other customers. For example, if customer A complained about his results, he will quickly realize that customer B and C in the same industry have great results inside the community with the exact same system they benefited from. It basically held them accountable. No excuses, so they started to obey more to the rules given to them, and ultimately it created a growth loop for everyone. This is exactly what some agencies making $400,000 per year like A-State AI from Matt Shields did to increase revenues and reduce churn. With Matt's case, they did that in the realtor space. But you can think by analogy for your business, and I'm sure you'll find at least some useful things to replicate for your own business. Alright, now let's talk about an example of our closing deal system for an AI automation agency. If you're an AI automation agency, you can help your customers close deals faster by designing for them smart CRM workflows to keep the leads engaged. For example, workflow 1 can be to push automatically positive replies from Instantly or Smartlead inside the CRM to a specific list inside a precise sales pipeline stage. Another example can be workflow 2, where you move automatically leads in the sales pipeline if there's a no-show or if they attended a call. You can do that with a triple automation using Make, Calendly, and Breakcold, for example. There's tons of other workflows you can build as an AI automation agency with the closing deal system method. Basically, your goal is to build the growth engine of the company to make sure they work on the leads to close the deals without losing time on manual data entry and lead contact management. Finally, if you don't want to launch an SMMA, LGA, or AI automation agency, you can still launch the closing system we saw together as a standalone offer. I don't know how to call it yet, maybe a CDA, closing deals agency. Let me know if you have a better name in the comments. Basically, what you can do is to propose a new type of done with you offer where your goal is to stay top of mind throughout long sales cycles for whale clients. For example, you can like and comment posts of the warm leads of your customers on their behalf, or helping them nurturing conversation with relevant and personalized follow-ups. We have some customers who did that with Breakcold, successfully adding 2K to 10K per month easily. So basically what they did is that they created an engagement offer where the client pays X dollar per month for you to engage warm leads on their behalf and nurturing them to close deals faster. Alright guys, if you like this video, subscribe and check out how Xavier closed $14,000 in 2 weeks for his lead gen agency with a super smart LinkedIn lead generation strategy. See you, bye.